I've just got an SMS while we are speaking here from Prakash Javadekar, BJP spokesperson, who says, who detained Kejriwal? Nobody. Why does Times Now not ask the Election Commission? Well, we will. We will. Piyush Goyal is with us, Derek O'Brien and Mr. Kesavan. Kamal Mitra Chenoy is with us. We would have expected some kind of an explanation, or at least, an expression of regret from the Aam Aadmi Party at what they did today, which some people say is an overreaction to the detention of Arvind Kejriwal. But they question Piyush Goyal. They say that Arvind Kejriwal was treated badly. There was no police apparatus when he landed. He was exposed to violence. He was shown black flags. The windows of his car were broken. And that was the reason why the Aam Aadmi Party workers decided to protest outside the BJP office. So let's begin by setting the record straight on that one. Is that the case? Well, would you not have apprehended that something wrong could have happened if Arvind Kejriwal was there? So if you want to avoid us creating a situation, the best thing to do is to give the kind of protection that Arvind Kejriwal probably requires when he goes to take on Modi in Gujarat.
Arnab, let's first set the record straight. Arvind Kejriwal went to Gujarat. The government made all the necessary arrangements that are required. In any case, Mr. Kejriwal does not take the protection. We have to force protection on him, which was done. In any case, as the Model Code of Conduct has come into operation, the police does not report to the state administration. It reports to the Election Commission. I am sure with all these years of experience that you and all the other journalists have, you know what is the Model Code of Conduct and what triggers in as soon as the elections are announced. You are required to take permission of the Election Commission before you take out convoys of vehicles. And I think what the police did is between the Election Commission and the police, we have no role to play in that. And in any case, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal's convoy is usually tracked by the media. So there must be enough footage to show that there was no BJP workers, there were no BJP leaders, nothing was done by anything to do with the BJP. So I don't know what false allegations they are making. They are an anarchist party.
No, so
their leader has announced.
So who blocked this path? Who showed the black flags? Who broke the windows of his car, as he says? Who did that?
I don't know. You should ask him.
Who broke the windshields of his car?
I have not seen any broken windshields.
Why was he detained?
We would have to. We did not detain him.
Why was he detained and then let off?
Friend, there is the Election Commission of India.
Well, the collector of Patan in Gujarat detained him. He's part of. The collector of Patan in Gujarat detained him. His name is H.N. Thakkar.
Well, you should ask the Election Commission.
Was he asked to detain him?
Please ask the Election Commission after the Model Code comes in. The police responds to Election Commission rules. We are not responsible. He was to have taken permission of the Election Commission, and no convoy is permitted once the Model Code comes in. Neither can you or I go in convoys without the permission. So please ask that question to the Election Commission, not to me.
There are, I want to show some pictures today of, with the stone pelting that was going on outside 11 Ashoka Road at the Aam Aadmi Party. 400 odd members surrounded the BJP office. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party workers were pelting stones at the headquarters. Then there was a chair flung from inside the BJP headquarters. The Aam Aadmi Party leader Ashutosh, and those are Aam Aadmi Party workers pelting stones. Then the Aam Aadmi Party leader Ashutosh scales the BJP gate. Some of them go forward and bring down the BJP billboard. Then there are fire engines which come in. The Aam Aadmi Party workers climb the fire engines, and then there is an open clash between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP workers, which goes on in two different sessions. Mr. Kesavan, in this particular case, if your party office was surrounded by 400 workers of the Aam Aadmi Party, right, and if they were to pelt stones, if one of their leaders, say Mr. Kejriwal, was to be detained for 25 minutes in a Congress-ruled state, who would you blame and who would you defend?
Rajdeep, let's not make it about the Congress party, but I just want to say this to you today. I don't want to play politics over this because it's a very ripe subject for any other political party to take advantage of. But as an Indian, as an individual, in the country, I just want to, ask a few questions. First thing is, if you ask me if we have to feel ashamed, yes. If you ask me if what happened is shameful, yes. If you ask me what happened should be, blatantly condemned, yes. But if you ask me whether we are surprised, the answer is a definite no. Because that is the history of the two parties you're dealing with here. On one side, I don't want to take cudgels with BJP. Let us define BJP in the way that their newfound ally Ramvilas Paswan described them 3 months ago. He said it's Bharat Jalao Party. That's what he said. And he said RSS is the transmitter and BJP is just the channel. Right from the days of Mahatma Ji when an environment was created and right up to now, even when Mr. Advani Ji refused to go to the National Executive and the way they violently protested, we clearly know what are the antecedents of the BJP. And on the other side, if you take the Aam Aadmi Party, it's a 48-week party in just 48 days.
How is that relevant in today's context?
I'm coming here.
The relevance in today's context. One second, Piyush Goyal is responding to Piyush Goyal. Piyush Goyal is responding to Mr. Kesavan. No, listen to the response. Mr. Goyal is responding and I'll come back to you. Yes, Mr. Goyal.
I think this gentleman does not seem to know what is your question or what is the subject of the debate.
Please.
He has moved the needle to some irrelevant issues because he does not realize that he is actually playing into the arms of an anarchist party. But in any case, we believe the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party are playing into each other's arms. They are so mortally scared that Mr. Narendra Modi will come and solve the problems of this country.
Didn't you play into the Aam Aadmi Party's hands? Didn't you play into the Aam Aadmi Party's hands when your party workers responded by throwing chairs from inside the BJP headquarters? Did you not play into the Aam Aadmi Party's hands? It's all right for Rajnath Singh now, Piyush Goyal, to come out and say, he has tweeted that I want peace, I want nobody to raise a finger. But what was happening in Lucknow today? Were your party leaders responding in a civilized manner? That's the question that Mr. Kesavan throws back at you. And I think he has a counter response. While we talk about this, we play some more.
Understand the meaning of India? Understand the meaning of the values and the democracy which we got hard fought. And let me just put one question to you, Arnab. It's a thought-provoking question.
One at a time.
My thought goes to two people today in India and what they'll be thinking. One, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, if he was watching this, and one Anna Hazare if he was watching this, what would they be thinking today? And what kind of pain would they be feeling today? And let me tell you one thing. I don't know what these two great leaders think, but I know what the people of India were thinking. They are ashamed. They have seen something which they never want to see, and they are afraid. I think the first day that the Election Commission conduct has come, and these people have weakened democracy and will deter the people from going to the polls. People will be afraid of going to the polls and voting. These people don't have an agenda of development. They want to digress, deflect, distract, and deviate from the main agenda.
A quick response from the BJP before I go to Derek O'Brien. Piyush Goyal, did you respond when the Aam Aadmi Party told the Delhi police workers to give up the uniform and join the protest? Did you take a position then, Mr. Kesavan? No. You were a silent spectator of what was going on at that point of time. And hence, you should take some responsibility for what's happening now. Yes, okay.
Arnab, I'm so glad.
By the way, I have some pictures that are coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute. Piyush Goyal, just a minute. I have pictures that are coming in from Allahabad, where there are BJP workers who are, I think they're burning some Aam Aadmi Party caps. So, it's not violent, but in a viral manner, this is not what we want on the day national elections are announced. Piyush Goyal is responding. Derek, coming to you. Yes, Piyush Goyal.
Short points. I'm glad the Congress representative took the name of Mr. Vajpayee and Anna Hazare.
Mr. Piyush Goyal.
Both very illustrious sons of the soil, whom the Congress had put behind bars, whom the Congress had put into jail, and now I'm so glad that they are feeling sorry for them. I think they should feel sorry for the actions of the Congress. As regards the Allahabad scene,
your party workers in Allahabad have taken Aam Aadmi Party caps and are burning them. Piyush Goyal, your party chief says.
The Aam Aadmi Party workers
Piyush Goyal, listen to me.
It must be the Aam Aadmi Party workers themselves who today realize
these are BJP workers.
How do you say that? They have hitched on to the wrong party and now they are burning their own caps. Because they've realized they went to the wrong people.
Why are you making it about the Congress,
I think it's the Aam Aadmi
workers. Please I think to the nation.
I mean, I don't see any BJP
I think both sides have not realized the enormous risk that this runs. I am concerned. We don't want this election. It's all right if parties are ferocious, disrespectful and violent with each other verbally on Twitter. But this is not Twitter. This is the real world out there. And I think, you know, this provocative politics, somebody will have to intervene. Derek O'Brien, you fear this spreading, and your comment on what's happening before we go back to the national picture.
Arnab,
Derek.
today, since it's first day, first show after the dates were announced, in contrast to what was happening in Delhi, in contrast to what was happening in Ahmedabad, all that negativity, I'm so proud across party lines in Bengal, whether it was the Trinamool or the left. At 3:30, the Trinamool announced their Lok Sabha list of candidates. At 4:30, the left front announced their Lok Sabha list of candidates. Of course, we have our differences. Of course, we have different views. But it was all very peaceful, all done in very good taste. And I think that was a great start today in Bengal. And we certainly hope right up to May the 16th.
Okay, fine. So you pitched the Trinamool Congress, come on track about the subject. You pitched the Trinamool Congress, but tonight we are really worried. The worry is party leaders say one thing and do another.
I'm trying to tell you, Arnab, in all this negativity today, I'm not pitching the Trinamool Congress. In all this negativity today, in all this violence today,
fine, I got your point.
There's a lot of peace and harmony, and the left front hate us. We do not agree with their ideology, but we still announced our candidate today.
You are wonderful.
And it was a celebration. It was the beginning of a carnival of democracy.
No, that's all right. You know, now both sides, what's happening. This is no carnival of democracy. This is the greatest nightmare that we can see in democracy ever. In fact, Vinod Mehta and Aarti Jairat, no, I am talking about what's happening nationally, because yeah, you know, I haven't seen even Piyush Goyal on the Newshour tonight is not coming and saying that it's pathetic if BJP leaders are burning camps. It's pathetic if there's any way in which provocation happens.
Arnab,
I am not talking, Piyush Goyal, I am not talking about actual violence. I am saying tomorrow.
You cannot decide to attribute it to my workers. It is the Aam Aadmi Party workers who have decided enough is enough, and they are probably burning their own
camps. And if
camps.
it is your workers, then what do you say? If it is your workers, then...
But it is not my workers. My workers don't...
If it is your workers, then...
My workers
how do you know they are not your workers? How do you know they are not your workers?
But how do you know they are my workers? I'm telling you,
well, you know, will you say today that those people... Will you say today that those people who carried out the Gundaism outside the BJP headquarters when they were surrounded there, and I want to go to those pictures earlier today, who did what they did when the Aam Aadmi Party supporters surrounded the BJP office, were they also not BJP workers?
My friend,
you're both BJP responding to this. You want the politics of violence and polarization.
BJP workers remained calm and composed. They started pelting stones. We had ladies and girls and workers of the party working inside. I would like to ask the Aam Aadmi Party. They are now talking, Mr. Bhushan, and you are giving them so much television space. That's the only purpose that the Aam Aadmi Party is doing all this. They are looking for media space. They have found they have no relevance in the political scene.
Vinod Mehta.
And I think they are only looking good or bad. Any publicity is what they want.
Well, blacking out the facts is also no response, sir. Sir, blacking out the facts is no response, sir. Vinod Mehta.
Arnab, I've been stuck in a traffic jam for the last 45 minutes. But I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I'm just very confused.
Is it not apparent to you?
I mean, it seemed like David versus Goliath.
David versus Goliath?
I mean, for the BJP to take on the Aam Aadmi Party in Gujarat. I mean, I'm sorry, can you give an executive summary of what happened?
Well, Arvind Kejriwal, I'm happy to do so. Arvind Kejriwal was detained for anywhere between 25 minutes to 1 hour when he was in Patan in Gujarat. The official there says Arvind Kejriwal was stopped to explain why he had not taken prior police permission for his roadshow, which is a legitimate requirement of the Election Code of Conduct that is now in place because national elections were announced this morning.
So that is the trigger.
Yes, so that is the trigger. In response to that, 400 workers of the Aam Aadmi Party land up outside the BJP headquarters and all hell breaks loose.
But where?
There is stone pelting. Ashoka Road. Ashoka Road in Delhi.
But what's happening in Lucknow?
Then it went viral in Lucknow. The Aam Aadmi Party workers also went to the BJP headquarters in Lucknow and there was violence in Lucknow. Now we are seeing that kind of response coming from other parts of Uttar Pradesh as well. So who do you blame? And we saw in the evening a press conference of Prashant Bhushan completely justifying everything, saying we are the victims here. Our people have been hurt. Our people are at the hospital.
What is the BJP saying?
And what he also said, Arnab,
Well, you've heard what the BJP said. I've given you...
What Prashant Bhushan also said was that they only threw the stones and bricks that were thrown at them. Yeah. Now, that was not what happened because cameras captured it all, and cameras captured large bricks being thrown by the Aam Aadmi Party workers. Of course, there were chairs, plastic chairs that were thrown from inside the BJP.
Whatever happened to Arvind Kejriwal in Gujarat...
Where Prashant Bhushan says Arvind Kejriwal's car was smashed, the windscreen was broken, black flags were thrown. I mean, surely there must have been press reporters there. Can we get that footage whether that's correct?
All press reports...
I'm likely to believe that Kejriwal got a hot reception in Gujarat. It seems quite plausible.
Okay. So in other words...
He was going into the lion's den.
Okay. No, so he got a hot reception. Fine. Piyush Goyal, respond. He got a hot reception in Gujarat. He was going into the lion's den, and it is David versus Goliath.
Vinod
Mehta throws it back at you.
Vinod ji may have some hope, but the fact is, Arvind Kejriwal has been recorded live. Why don't you put out footage to show that nothing of the sort happened? It's between the Election Commission and the police. The BJP believes in free expression, free speech, free campaigning. We don't need to do these type of things. It's the Aam Aadmi Party which believes in anarchy. Now, if Mr. Vinod Mehta believes that the anarchists are to be supported,
are you saying that the police broke Arvind Kejriwal's windscreen?
We did not.
Are you saying that the Gujarat police broke the windscreen of Arvind Kejriwal's car?
We did not have anything to do with it. We are not involved. We abhor any violence of any sort.
So who broke the windscreen of his car?
I think you'll have to ask the Election Commission and the police, because after the model code came into operation, the police goes as per the Election Commission direction. And I think the Aam Aadmi Party has believed in this kind of policies for far too long. We do not indulge in these type of things.
There is a great deal of confusion. No. But for the ordinary citizen watching this will believe that when Kejriwal goes to Gujarat and these things happen to him, it cannot be without the complicity of the state government.
Right. So you're saying, so you believe
that what state government can't do anything.
Gujarat incident, I believe in. The Gujarat incident.
Kejriwal says that the police in Gujarat acted on orders from the top.
Can they do that?
He said the police acted on orders from the top. Modi was sending people with black flags. It is Modi who is responsible. Modi who is insecure about his campaign, and therefore, you know, he says there were instructions sent to DSPs to stop Kejriwal under any circumstances. No, he may be saying this to justify what has happened now.
We would like to see a copy.
These instructions have come from Modi. This is the former chief minister.
That's what he's alleging. There is no quantifiable proof of it.
So now is he alleging that a former chief minister is saying that another chief minister is actually instigating people?
And Arnab,
Kejriwal, I can see a clear game plan here.
Arnab, the background to this...
This election is going to be one of the most violent elections we've ever seen. And what are we asking of the Election Commission?
The background of this must be...
Against stone throwers. I am appalled that political parties that are saying we'll cleanse the electoral system, and I come from a state where I've seen the worst violence in elections.
The background of this must be Kejriwal's decision to stand against Narendra Modi from Gujarat, and they don't like that, and they want him out, and they want him not to contest.
Kejriwal's instruction to beat, Modi's instruction to beat
just a while back, and we'll go to the news about the elections in just a minute. But just a while back, we were sitting here, and Kamal Mitra Chenoy said, "I'm extremely sorry as an Aam Aadmi Party member at what has happened." You have come out and seen Prashant Bhushan not just justify what has happened, but create a basic argument which can be used by the Aam Aadmi Party workers for further violent response. Mr. Dr. Kamal Mitra Chenoy, tell me, are you happy with the way the Aam Aadmi Party is taking this to the next level? Is this the politics that you wanted to do when you came in the first place? Is this the politics that you believed in when you became a member of the Aam Aadmi Party?
In the first place,